there is some pressure on there. Yeah. Because you're dealing with personalities you're not necessarily familiar with, and you're hoping they're be amenable to any criticism you might have. And most all those people were great. Anybody I had in the studio, it was a great experience, all of it. Yeah, but we did some of the Beach Boys 50th things. Some of the vocals we did out of my little studio out in the San Fernando Valley. They liked coming out there and singing. Brian used to love to come out there and sing. He'd just come out. He'd just call me up now and then and say, "I want to come over today and record."
What's that like?
Oh, okay, sure.
What's that like when you get a call from Brian Wilson to come over to your house? Because that won't happen to a whole lot of people.
I know. It's pretty surreal, isn't it? He'd call me up first thing in the morning really early, say, "I want to come over and record such and such." He'll have some song in his head that he wants to record. Like I said earlier, he's very impulsive. "I want to do this song today." He'll call me, "I want to come over and do that." I say, "Okay, Brian, come on over at 1 o'clock. I'm available at 1 o'clock." Then he'll show up at 11 a.m. instead. Wow.
What does he do? What does he do at that situation then? Because obviously he's a man who's, like you said, has to do something at a certain time. Does he just sit and eat food at your house?
No. I accommodate him. I just move around whatever I have to do and just say, "Okay, let's get to work." And he would say, like, "Okay, I want to do. I can't think of a title. I want to do such and such a song. I want to do piano, bass, and some drums and some vocals. It'll take me 45 minutes." And I think, okay, and sure enough, he'll come out and it'll take 45 minutes. Wow. He's got it all in his head. He knows how long it's going to take him to do something. 45 minutes later, "Okay, thanks." And he'd take off. That's how Brian works.
In that situation, I don't want to keep saying obviously, but he's known for being a prolific engineer and producer and all that stuff. When you're doing it, you have your own idea of what you want it to sound like, but then also you have his who, he's thinking of every single tick of the song. How do you mix those together? Because obviously I'm sure at some times it's conflicting to do one thing, but then you make sure you're doing the other.
Well, I've worked with Brian long enough, and I've been in that scenario long enough to know that I'm going to pay attention to what his suggestions are, because they might sound odd at first. Yeah. I always know it's going to be fine. This is Brian, and he knows what he's doing. And whatever seemingly odd idea he has, I bet it's going to work. And it virtually always does. He'll have some idea, some combination of instruments he wants to use that we might think, "What? What do you want to do? What do you do?" And then you play it, and it's great. He'll do it, and you go, "Oh yeah, okay."